Hello everybody, my name is Hyperbug and today I'm going to show you 3 cool tips in Dishonored that you may not have known about. So let's begin with number 1. A little bit of like. So number 1 is if you possess a wolfhound, you can actually hold the sprint button and you'll be able to sprint with them. And I know that this may just seem like a small thing, but the duration of the possession is so long that you can usually just completely run past the guards. Just like right here. I ran past 2 orc pylons and I run up here. And I can just drop them right there. Jump up on this chain. And I've skipped a pretty big portion of the map, as you can see. Went straight past that orc pylon all the way here. Went past this, went up. So that's a very useful thing that you can use. Possessing wolfhounds. Very good. Let's move on to useful tip number 2. Alright, I hope you enjoyed tip number 1. Now I'm going to show you tip number 2, which is a very useful tip, and it's actually something which might really surprise you. So if you pick up an enemy corpse and you throw it into a wall of light, it'll get zapped and disappear. But here's the crazy part. It's not rewired. You can actually do this with the enemy wall of light, the evil wall of light. So you don't even have to rewire it, you can just throw in enemy corpses and they'll get zapped. And just to prove to you that this is actually not a rewired wall of light, watch this. That's pretty insane that you can actually do that. So if you're ever doing a stealth playthrough, use this, it's quite useful. And let's move on to tip number 3, which is, in my opinion, one of the coolest, most surprising things you can do in Dishonored. So let's move on to that. Alright, and now we're at the final tip number 3. So I'm actually doing this on the Knife of Dunwall just because it's kind of easier to do it here, to show it off. But I'm almost completely certain that you can do this in the base game too. So what you do is, if you have a severed body part, like a severed head for example, you can pick it up, you can walk to an orc pylon, and if you crouch and look at it, it won't zap you. Now if you, for example, lower your mouse, it can zap you. But as long as you keep the right distance and you keep the severed body part facing the orc pylon, you won't get zapped. So watch this. I mean, that is insane. I didn't know about this at all. But it's such an insane move that you can do that. So yeah, those are my 3 tips. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you learned something new. And have a good day.